Welcome to Speak with Purpose. My name is Kendi Mobila. On this episode today, we are going to talk about overcoming self-doubt and pursuing your purpose fully. Have you ever gotten to a place where you second guess yourself, you doubt how valuable you are, and you keep on focusing and telling yourself that you are inadequate? That is self-doubt. It is a lack of belief in the abilities that you have been given. It is a lack of confidence in the person that you are. I remember when I was around 10 or 11 years old, we had a class photo shoot. And back in the 90s, we obviously had to call a photographer who had to come, and our business was to set up the place and then get on with the photo shoot. Of course, the photographer had to take about a week before processing the photos and bringing them back to school. I recall that when we were taking the pictures, I was so excited that I kept on goofing around for some random reason. And let's just say by the time the photos came back, we were just so excited to see how we looked. Edna, my classmate, was super excited than any of us could ever be, that she just grabbed the first photo and ran to her older brother's class to just show him how she looked. I followed her for some reason, I don't know why, but I followed right behind her. And when we got there, there was this big girl who was standing at the door. If I remember correctly, her name must have been Becky. And Becky just grabbed the photo from Edna and looked at it, and she's like, "Wow, Edna, you are so beautiful. Wait, who is this girl right here? She looks like she was pregnant. She is pregnant." The sad thing is that she said it in Kiswahili, and when you say it in Kiswahili, if you don't use the proper sanifu Kiswahili, it's akona mimba. Huyu msichana anakaa ni kama akona mimba. I was the girl that she was referring to. I somewhat put my hands behind my back and pushed my tummy forward when taking the photos that I came across as one who was pregnant. When she said those words, funny as they are right now, I didn't feel good at all. If anything, I felt like someone had taken my self-esteem and just crushed it right in my face. Akona mimba. Those words just echoed in my head, and I felt so dejected that I just walked away. Many of us doubt ourselves because of so many reasons, and we find it so difficult. It becomes such a tall order for us to overcome self-doubt. And today I'm going to share with you 3 things or 3 ways of overcoming self-doubt. Let's start with your tribe. Is your tribe Becky? You know, the kind of people that you surround yourself with. Who are they? What do they constantly speak to you? Because sometimes we find ourselves surrounding ourselves with the wrong people, with the wrong energy, with so much negativity, that the only thing they can tell you and the only thing that resonates after they have spoken is akona mimba. They keep on pushing you down with their words, with their negativity, and you never realize until you've come to a place where you don't recognize yourself anymore. Your tribe are the very people that you surround yourself with. This can be your friends, your family members, your mentors, your coaches. You need to choose the right people to surround yourself with so that you are able to be built even when you fall down. You're able to be spoken to in the correct and affirming words. When you're given feedback on how to improve, it's not something that breaks you, but it's something that molds you and shapes you to become better. So if your tribe is Becky, then walk away from Becky. Find yourself another tribe. The second thing is the origin. What is the origin of your self-doubt? For me, I had to realize when I was around 20 years old that the reason I hated taking photos, whether it was with family, with friends, worst of all, selfies, The reason why I hated that is because the only thing that had registered in my mind when I was 10 is acronym. And that feeling of ugliness, that feeling that you can't take a photo to save your life, you are not beautiful at all. I walked with that feeling for over a decade, and I had to go back to that 10-year-old and affirm her and tell her, Candy, look at your smile. For goodness sake, look at your dimple. You are beautiful. I had to talk to that 10-year-old and overcome that feeling of dejection, that feeling of ugliness that I felt on the inside that made me hate taking photos. I had to overcome that self-doubt. The third thing is your lenses. In whose eyes are you seeing yourself through? And I'll tell you of another story of 12 men who were sent to spy a particular piece of land. And out of the 12, only 2 came with a good report. The rest of the 10 decided this land cannot be conquered. In this land, there are giants. And those giants, we see ourselves as grasshoppers in their eyes. In their eyes, we have determined that we are grasshoppers. Do you see yourself through the obstacle, the very thing that you are scared of, or do you see yourself for who you are? For the skills and the abilities that God has given you? How do you perceive yourself? If you perceive yourself through the eyes of the giants, then you're getting it all twisted. You need to go back to your Maker and see yourself through His lenses. Because when He calls you a conqueror, when He has affirmed you and says that you are strong, you are not weak, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, it's because He created you, so He knows you better than you even know yourself. 3 things: your tribe, your origin, and your lenses. Change your tribe if you are in the wrong circle of people. Origin, find the very reason that you feel the way you feel and overcome it. And lenses, if you're not seeing yourself through the right mirror, change it. See yourself for who God sees you. This is it for today. God bless you. Take care and wait for the next episode, which will focus on overcoming rejection.